Hey guys, so for this tutorial you will need two circle items, a circle bigger than the other circle. You'll need a regular plain shirt and a cardboard or a foam board. You also need some fabric paints of whatever colors you're gonna use and you're gonna need. Also some paint brushes, different sizes and such, just to help you out on whatever you're gonna do. But for this particular, you're gonna need probably a couple of different sizes. Now all I'm gonna do is do my Mickey head. But before I make any shirt, I always draw out on a paper on what kind of design I want, just because it's so helpful and you already know what you're gonna do. So the cardboard, or the foam board I should say, is for your shirt to put in between, because if you don't put it in, and make sure the foam board is in the middle, just so you can see better what's the middle of the shirt or whatever. Since this one does have a pocket, I have to make it kind of a little lopsided, just so it goes with the shirt and it's not getting in the way of anything. So now I'm just making my circles and making the shape of Mickey on the shirt. And since I am doing the head made out of donuts, I'm using just the bottle cap to make the little circle in the middle, just so it looks like a donut. And now for the small ears, you want to use like a medium circle, simply because you have to remember, if you make a really small ear, you're gonna make a smaller circle in the middle, and it's not gonna look like a donut. It probably will, but it'd be really tiny for you to even draw on it. So it's just best if you use a medium circle. So since the bottle cap was a little bit bigger for the ears, I'm just using a nickel, I believe, or a quarter, to do the middle of the ears. Okay, and once you're done doing that, your Mickey head should look more like little donuts. And since I didn't have no brown fabric paint, I just mixed up two colors real quick and I made this color. It looks green on the video, but it looks browner in person. And you guys will see once I show you guys the finished picture that it is brown. I don't know why it looks so green, but yes, I had to mix two colors to make it. So again, if you guys don't have brown, I mean, you could buy brown, but I didn't have it. I already had these colors to make it, so I just decided to make it and I used it. So now I'm just filling in the donuts. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I personally love when a shirt looks handmade, and a lot of people, believe it or not, don't even realize when they see a shirt that I've made that it's really handmade. Okay, so once you're done, of course, your Mickey head will look like a big delicious bagel right now. But let's get started on our quote. Since that is drying, while that is drying, I'm just gonna write a little quote on top, just so it doesn't look so empty. And I just went with the quote, "Do not ever let me go," because I thought that was so adorable. If you're going to use any different fabric paint for the letters, such as purple, pink, or whatever, please use a Sharpie of that color, because if you do use black and you don't put enough fabric paint, you will be able to see the black Sharpie. So again, just go with the paint that you're going to use. Since my letters are going to be black, I just left them black. And I'm freehanding this, so it's not going to be perfect. Again, it doesn't have to be, but if you really want to be a perfectionist about it, then you could use a ruler simply. I was actually looking for my ruler, but I lost it right now. So yeah, I don't know where it's at, so I had to freehand it basically. But yeah, just for some help to know where exactly you want the letters. And again, since I have a pocket on the left side of the shirt, I had to made it lopsided just so it fits and it goes with the shirt. But I'm okay. I loved it. Okay, so now that I've done it with my Sharpie, I'm going to go in with this black fabric paint. These are easier when doing letters. And I'm just going to trace what I wrote with the Sharpie, just so it's fabric paint and it's going to stay on there. And I'm just going through and just making it darker with the paint. And I wanted to keep my letters this thin. I didn't want them thick. But again, when you're doing fabric paint and you're freehanding it, accidents do happen. And you guys will see in a couple of seconds why I had to go thick with my letters. I wish it would just had been, this thin, because I really liked how this looked. But, mistakes happen. And here it goes. Oh my. Out of nowhere did that happen. I didn't even squish the bottle that hard. It just came out of nowhere. I was seriously so upset. But again, I just had to move on and go with the flow. Because if not, I would be terribly upset all day. But it's okay. It's just a shirt. I didn't want to waste it, so I had to thicken my letters. So, okay, now I'm done, and I've thickened my letters because of that accident that happened, but it's all good. Now, moving on. Now, to do the frosting on my donuts, you just basically go in with your white frosting or whatever color frosting you're going to use, and just squiggle around a circle around your donut where the frosting's usually at. And now that you've done the outlining of it, now all you want to do is basically go in and blend it and just start putting your frosting all over your donut where it goes and cover all the brown of the donuts. And since you are painting white on a dark color of fabric paint, you are going to need a couple of coats of white. So I'm just gonna do this coat and then let this coat of paint dry, and then I'll be back and do another coat. And this will need several of white coats since I'm using white on brown. Now that I've done the main circle, now I'm gonna move on to the ears and do the exact same thing that I did to the main circle. And I believe I did like 3 coats on each, 3 or 4, maybe 5, I'm not sure. I did a couple for the same reason that it's brown, but you want to make sure it's all covered and make sure it dries very well after every coat, because if you don't, all you're going to be doing is smearing paint after paint after paint, and it won't do the full coverage. So just make sure that it's completely dry after every coat, so you get the best results. And it helps if you dry it with the blow dryer. I don't have a blow dryer, so I let it air dried, so it lasted longer. But if you have an air dryer, you can use that. And after my last white coat that I let finally dry really well, I put the sprinkles on. And the sprinkles, to make it look a little bit more cartoony and such, just do polka dots first, and then do like the line sprinkles, like the really big sprinkles that there's like on ice cream and stuff. That makes it look way more cartoony, and it looks so cute like that. It just gives it different dimensions to it, so it's really cute. Once you finish adding all your sprinkles, just let it dry for 30-20 minutes, whatever, as long as it takes to dry. And then it has to be dry, completely dry, because you're going to use a fabric to put on top of the design you made, and flat iron it just so it sticks on permanently. Iron it for about 5 to 10 minutes, probably 5, and then just take it off carefully, and you're left with like a glossy look kind of to it. So here it looks. Completely ignore that stain on the side. I accidentally painted it, and I just since the paint was wet still, I had to hand wash it real quick, and it didn't take it off. So yeah, that happened, but once I run it through the washer, it'd be completely gone, so it's okay. And this is what you're left with. This is the outfit that inspired me to do this shirt, is these donuts leggings and headband, and this is my daughter Marilyn wearing it. So this is how it looks on. It's so fun. I hope you guys try this and like this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.